Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is your host Thomas Sire from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of football inside the NFL world. And today, I'll be sharing my top NFL draft steals from the 2023 NFL draft. So these are the following players that I do believe were home run hits for franchises across the National Football League, drafting these players in the later rounds of the NFL draft. So starting off with player number one, Puka Nacua, wide receiver from BYU, wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. Puka Nacua was a home run hit for the Rams. The Rams have not had a first round pick in nearly a decade, but when they had their later picks, they struck gold with the selection, drafting Puka Nacua in the 5th round at the 177th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. To me, it is mind-blowing that Puka Nacua was even considered a 5th-round pick the way how he is truly developed in the National Football League. But Puka Nacua went on to put the NFL on notice this NFL season. He stepped up when Cooper Kupp, in the beginning of the season, he stepped up when Cooper Kupp was on the injury reserve list and was being targeted as the number one wide receiver for the Rams. He stepped up. He had a total of 105 catches, 1,486 receiving yards, 6 catching touchdowns, and broke the rookie receiving record that was set by an NFL Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson himself. So Puka Nacua, to me, is established himself already as a top 10 wide receiver in the National Football League. But somebody that deserves a lot of credit for watching Puka Nacua grow in the National Football League is Eric Yarber. Eric Yarber is the wide receivers head coach for the Los Angeles Rams. He's done a great job developing a lot of wide receivers out there in Los Angeles, California for the Rams organization. And his coaching needs to be documented because he has developed Robert Woods as a great wide receiver in this league. He developed Cooper Kupp, who is a top 5 wide receiver in this league, and now he's already got Puka Nacua looking like a top 10 wide receiver in the National Football League. Eric Yarber's production and his coaching needs to be documented. But Puka Nacua, hands down, definitely was a home run draft hit for the Los Angeles Rams this NFL season. Next player is Tank Dell, wide receiver for the Houston Texans. Tank Dell was a home run selection when he was drafted by the Houston Texans in the 2023 NFL draft. Hell, the Texans had an amazing 2023 NFL draft while drafting their franchise cornerstones now of C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., and now Tank Dell, the wide receiver position. We could be seeing a great relationship could grow in the National Football League for years to come with C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell developing their wide receiver and quarterback connection for years to come. The Tank Dell was a great 3rd-round pick from this upcoming NFL draft, being drafted from Houston, and made a great first impression in his rookie season, this NFL season. He finished the season with 47 catches, 709 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, averaged 15 yards per reception every time he put his hands on the football. But the story of how C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell became teammates is really cool. If you guys don't know, C.J. Stroud and Tank Dell Tank Dell was C.J. Stroud's one of his wide receivers at the NFL Combine when C.J. Stroud was auditioning for all 32 teams to go into the National Football League and being drafted. But Tank Dell was one of C.J. Stroud's wide receivers, and C.J. Stroud expressed his feelings and emotions that he loved throwing the ball to Tank Dell. He said that to the front office after the Texans selected him, and he made sure that his guy Tank Dell was drafted with the Texans, and the rest is history. Once Tank Dell recovers from his injury that he suffered, unfortunately, towards the end of the regular season, I believe he's going to have a big role in the Houston Texans offense for years to come. Tank Dell was a great steal in the NFL draft. Next player, I have De'Von Achane, running back for the Miami Dolphins. De'Von Achane is a great addition to this Miami Dolphins team. That Miami Dolphins offense is already a track star team. They have a lot of speed. They have Tyreek Hill. They have Jalen Waddle. They have Raheem Mostert at the running back position. And now you have De'Von Achane, who has already proven that he is going to be a great running back in the National Football League, especially under Mike McDaniel's offense. But unfortunately, De'Von Achane did miss some time this NFL season due to injuries. But when he was on the field, he showed why he is the future number 1 running back for the Miami Dolphins franchise for years to come. He had that memorable game against the Denver Broncos when the Miami Dolphins went on to score a total of 70 total points in an NFL game this early in the NFL season. But De'Von Achane had an outstanding performance against the Broncos. He had a total of 233 total yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving touchdowns. Devon Achane has definitely proved why he could be a threat in the backfield for years to come for the Miami Dolphins. Definitely a great draft pick. Next player, I have Jordan Battle, safety from Alabama, currently the safety for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Jordan Battle did have some huge shoes to fill in his rookie season. Because if you guys remember during the NFL offseason, the Cincinnati Bengals lost 2 of their top safeties during the NFL offseason. They lost Von Bell and they lost Jesse Bates during NFL free agency. They're 2 best safeties. So when Jordan Battle came, he was already destined to have a big role in the secondary for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, he did struggle early in the season against defending the pass like any other rookie defensive back in the National Football League does against defending the pass. You get exposed at times in your rookie season as a defensive back in the National Football League. These things happen. But he did do a great job defending the run when he was loaded in the box, helping the Cincinnati Bengals load up the box when they were defending against the run. He was a great run defender, definitely sniffed out the run and did a great job defending the run when he was loaded in the box, defending the run. He finished the season with a total of 53 solo tackles, 1 interception, and a total of 5 pass deflections. I think Jordan Battle is going to have a really big role in the secondary with the Cincinnati Bengals next NFL season. He's on my list. I think he's going to have a great NFL season. And then the last but not least player on my list, I have Rashee Rice, wide receiver for the Rashee Rice, wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a wide receiver that used to go to SMU. The Chiefs, all season long, we all know how documented their problems that they had at the wide receiver position has been. The Chiefs, all season long, had wide receiver problems all year long. They led the league in drop passes this season with 44 total drops. Rashee Rice from SMU, they drafted him in the 2nd round. I think that's going to be one of the best draft picks that they had over the next few years in the National Football League. He has a lot of potential to be the next wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he showed that he is the most dependable wide receiver in that wide receiver group for the Kansas City Chiefs thus far. He's a fast, reliable, and great route runner. He had a total of 79 catches, 938 receiving yards, 7 total touchdowns, and an average 11 yards per catch this NFL season. So I think Rashee Rice is definitely going to have a big role in the Kansas City Chiefs offense moving forward. Him potentially being Patrick Mahomes' second favorite target in that offense behind their Hall of Fame tight end and Travis Kelce. But those are all my NFL draft steals from the 2023 NFL Draft. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Irie, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.